When your identity has been compromised, it feels like someone's broken into your life. Now, maybe it's a credit alert for an account that you never opened, or it's a collections notice that's got your heart stopped, or your information was exposed in a data breach. I've been there. It took me over a year to get my credit score back on track, and I never want to go through that again. Now, over the last 3 years, my team and I have been assessing and testing the different identity theft protection services out there. And based on our testing, there is only one that we use, one that we would recommend to our friends and family, and that is Aura. I'm going to show you exactly how Aura allows you to take back control. What makes Aura different is that it combines some of the best threat detection that I've ever tested. It combines all-in-one protection, and it allows you the ability to stop identity theft before the damage starts. Throughout this video, I'll also talk about how exactly Aura compares to some of the other different identity theft protection products on the market. Here's the thing that I think a lot of people don't realize about identity theft. Criminals are buying massive databases of personal information from data breaches, and then are using sophisticated tools to fill in the gaps for the things that they don't have. Your social security number from one data breach, your home address from another, your birthday from another, and then suddenly they have all of the pieces of information they need in order to become you. And then they move fast. They open multiple accounts, often faster than traditional credit monitoring even shows a problem. That's why catching identity theft early, before any of the real damage starts, requires constant monitoring of dozens of databases, not just your credit report. So let's take this step by step. The first and most critical step in protecting your identity from thieves is to freeze your credit reports at all 3 of the major credit bureaus. This effectively blocks identity thieves from opening any new accounts in your name. Now, Aura makes this incredibly easy by providing direct links and step-by-step instructions on how to freeze your credit. And more importantly, Aura even makes it easy to lock your credit with Experian with just a single click in their dashboard. Let's talk about catching identity theft in real time. Look, because criminals aren't just opening credit cards in other people's names anymore. They are doing so many weird things with people's stolen identities, like opening loans, committing crimes, getting medical care, filing fake tax returns. And Aura monitors everything: your credit reports, public records, court documents, you name it. And they don't just check once a day or once a week. They are checking it constantly. I'll give you an example from Emily, who works on our team. So she was getting new internet installed in her house, and Aura sent her a notification about a credit check before the installation guy had even left her house. Yeah, they caught it quicker basically than the company could finish filing the paperwork. And frankly, that's the kind of speed you need, because criminals act crazy fast when they get those pieces of information. They're also constantly checking the dark web for your stolen information, all those sketchy places on the fringe of the internet where people are buying and selling stolen information. Essentially, when your information shows up for sale on one of these sites, you will know about it, and Aura will work to do something about it. Think of it as like a security guard that calls you as someone's trying to break into your house, rather than somebody who calls you 2 days after you've already been robbed. When we tested this, Aura gave us 15 unique alerts, whereas most of the other companies we tested didn't even reach the double digits. Most people don't even know about these companies. They're called data brokers, and they will buy and sell your personal information to just about whoever wants it. You ever Googled your name and found your own home address? Isn't that kind of creepy? So what Aura does is they find this information and they tell these companies to remove your information from their sites. And then they consistently follow up and check in to make sure that they actually do it. You could spend months manually trying to do this on your own, but Aura takes care of all of it in the background so that you can just get on with your life. Here's where Aura really shines. If somebody manages to steal your identity, you are not stuck dealing with it alone. Their white glove fraud resolution team handles everything. You don't have to sit on the phone for hours on end with banks or credit bureaus or trying to figure out police reports. They have experts available 24/7 who know exactly what to do. We call all of the services that we test with a set of questions to check for their timeliness, their responsiveness, and the completeness of their answers. And Aura passes with flying colors every time. Literally, we have called them at midnight on a Friday. They picked up the phone in under a minute and answered all of our questions fully and completely. So here's another thing. With Aura, you're covered by a multi-million-dollar insurance policy. And what that looks like is if your identity is stolen, Aura will reimburse you up to $1 million for lost funds, legal fees, lost wages from time spent trying to figure out the problem, and even things like paying for childcare from when you're dealing with this issue. This isn't just like basic fraud protection that you get with a credit card. This is like a holistic coverage that takes care of all of the hidden costs of identity theft, even the ones that you don't have to think about until it actually happens to you. Aura offers 3 different plans depending on how many people you want to protect. Plus, in the description below, you will find a link to an exclusive discount that will save you a good chunk of change on any one of those plans. Having to pay for the protection is cheaper than trying to deal with and fix everything after the fact if identity theft happens. I know there are other identity theft protection companies out there like LifeLock, Identity Force, and ID Shield are all ones that you've probably already heard of. And frankly, they're not bad services. They all offer the same kind of basics like credit monitoring and some level of identity theft insurance. LifeLock is probably the most popular one out there, and they do a pretty good job with their credit monitoring. However, they make you pay for their highest tier plan of coverage for the 3 bureau monitoring that Aura just gives you on every plan. And Identity Force and ID Shield are good budget options if you're just looking for basic protection, but they can be pretty slow with their alerts, and their customer service isn't always the best if you actually do need their help. Here is why I ultimately recommend Aura over other services. It is simply faster, more comprehensive, and easier to deal with than just about all the other products on the market. Their alerts come through almost instantly, like that internet changeover story that I mentioned earlier, and they offer services like data broker removal that other companies make you pay extra for. Plus, their customer service actually knows what they're talking about, and they will pick up the phone for you. If you take a look at it and compare what you're getting with Aura to the same level of coverage with other services, Aura ultimately gives you more protection for the money. If you're ready to get started and take control of your identity, use the link in the description below. You will get an exclusive discount on Aura and their services. And sound off in the comments if you've had a close call with identity theft, or if you have had your identity stolen already. Your story may help illuminate some of the warning signs that other people might miss. That's all we have for today. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.